Sports are often viewed as platforms of inclusion, interaction, and team spirit. But recurring instances of hate suggest that achieving a sense of equality among athletes, fans, and coaches is still a work in progress. Cronkite sports reporter Harry Croton looks at how one recent event in Phoenix sports emphasizes the need for a comprehensive solution.
Bobby Lancaster is an Arizona physician and former pro golfer. Until 2010, she lived her life as Robert and was no stranger to discrimination. So it was no surprise to Lancaster when she heard about an incident involving the Phoenix Rising Football Club. Rising forward Junior Flemings was charged, fined, and suspended by the league for using a homophobic slur against San Diego Loyal midfielder Colin Martin during a game in late September.
It ripped my heart out. And I thought that I'm pretty tough, but it ripped my heart out, and it really got me to a low spot. I wonder how that Colin Martin's doing.
What was encouraging to Lancaster was how Martin's team supported. At the time, Loyal manager Landon Donovan took his team off the field in protest.
We all decided that if the player who used the homophobic slur was not removed from the game, either through the officials or through their coach, that we were not going to play, because if they're not willing to act, then we have to act. We have no choice.
That's the goosebump moment for me. I don't know that that would have ever happened 15, 20, 30, 40 years ago. And that's just such a positive thing that happened there.
Donovan brought attention to an issue that was in no way the first of its kind. Over even just the past few years, instances of homophobic slurs and hateful speech have emerged within several major sports leagues. For LGBTQ athletes, it demonstrates how little things have changed, but also each incident gives hope that teams are finally beginning to evolve.
One of the reoccurring themes has been learning, and we're going to use this moment as an opportunity to learn and grow and progress and move forward.
Acceptance is one of the biggest challenges for LGBTQ athletes. But considering Martin is the only openly gay man in any of the Big Five American sports leagues, it can be hard to feel comfortable staying in the game. ASU biology professor Sarah Brownell says instances of hate in professional sports can lead to fear of participation and the struggle for one to perform and succeed with a concealed identity.
If you have an invisible identity, you have the extra pressure of deciding whether or not you reveal that identity, right? Do you have this secret? Like, do you have this secret life? Do you have this secret that then, you're constantly worried that someone's going to tell the media and out yourself, right, inappropriately?
In Arizona, athletes and their families argue that in order to create an equal playing field, there's still a lot of ground to cover. For instance, many Arizona parents strongly criticize the Save Women's Sports Act, a proposed bill that would ban transgender female athletes from participating in school sports. Brownell says ensuring a sense of equality begins with recognizing hidden identities as protected ones.
If someone can actually lose their job or be legally discriminated against for being a member of that community, that's going to make people a lot more worried about revealing their identity, right? That's beyond kind of a personal worry or an inaccurate worry. That's a real worry.
Since the incident between the Rising and Loyal, efforts have been made within the Phoenix organization to heal and grow. Head coach Rick Shantz spoke to how the situation affected his family and sense of understanding. He now meets with LGBTQ leaders and makes a conscious effort to stay educated.
I need to make sure that everyone learns from my experience and how to be a good leader, how to be a coach in today's times, and make sure that people are aware that inclusion should be an extremely strong value in all the organizations.
It's an evolution that LGBTQ athletes like Lancaster are optimistic about, but no change won't happen overnight.
We just got to keep plugging too. And it's just not a simple matter of, well, it's just going to go away, because it just didn't go away forever through the 1950s and 60s and 70s and 80s. But it's going away, but we just have to collectively keep doing whatever it is that we can individually do.
Lancaster says for sports, inclusion comes down to knowing your role in guiding the group to success. And as athletes continue to showcase pride in their skills and physical prowess, the focus is also to amplify the pride one has in their identity. Harry Croton, Cronkite Sports Report.